What's up, guys? This is the Steel Boys checking with you guys for another video. And with this video, I usually do this before after the draft. And the reason why I couldn't do it around May or early June is because I had, it was my final semester of college, and I had a lot of stuff to do over the course of the month of June. But here we are. What I had to do during that time period is not important right now, because here we are, and I'm going to give you the 2020 regular season predictor, which combines the preseason and the regular season. No playoffs, because we don't know what the playoffs are. We don't know. Alright, let's get to it. Let me go to photos. I have it somewhere. And as you can see here, where's the picture? My man, the hero Ben Roethlisberger, my quarterback. But that's not important. Not what we're looking at. We're looking at this. All right. First, we have the Hall of Fame game, which is going to be in Thursday against the Dallas Cowboys. As you can tell during the Hall of Fame presentation, the predominant members of the 2020 Hall of Fame class were from two teams, which was the Steelers and the Dallas Cowboys. Especially that, Dallas Cowboys was Jimmy Johnson got to the Hall of Fame, and I think another Cowboys player got in. And if you look at also the Steelers, Donnie Shell got in. Troy Polamalu, first ballot, got in, and Coach Carver got into the Hall of Fame also. But other than that, for the Hall of Fame game, I expect the Steelers to win this one in Canton, Ohio. I expect, the Steelers to win that game. Now, for preseason week 1, it's going to be us against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Heinz Field. I really don't got really to say much about this one because, it's preseason and all that, but I do expect the Steelers to win this one. So I'll give the Steelers the nod and the win here. All right, preseason week 2, which is at the end, which is August also. We have us against the Saints in Heinz Field. We have a lot. The rookies are coming in. Like I said earlier, it's preseason. So for that game, I would say the Steelers win this one. Also, it's at home. We win that. And against the Jets, at New York, I won't be going to that game because I don't go to preseason games. I really want us to win, but I'll say this one's a loss. And for us against the Panthers at Carolina, I would say this one's a win to conclude the preseason. At the beginning of September, we go 4 and 1. No, 4 and 1. With the one loss being the Jets at New York. Now here's where we get into intense detail. The regular season. Week 1 to week 17. Week 1, we have a primetime Monday Night Football game. It's going to be us against the Steelers, against the New York Giants in MetLife Stadium. For this game, me and my brother will be at that game. We'll be going live front row tickets to see the return of Ben Roethlisberger. See his return and to see the Steelers kick the shit out of the New York Giants. Now let's analyze this game. The Giants, they recently got an offensive lineman, a really good offensive lineman in the draft. Probably the top in college they got, but their offensive line, I'll be honest, is not, fully built. And we all know Daniel Jones has a serious case of fumbleitis. And I expect us to just go into MetLife and just smack him silly. Smack the Giants silly, as we say. Now, unfortunately, I won't be able to watch this game, which is September 20th, against the Denver Broncos. I won't be able to watch this game. I'll be there in spirit. That'll be funny though. I'll be there in spirit, in Heinz Field. And for that game, I expect us to win. I don't think it's going to be in Mile High Stadium. Like I said, the schedule says Heinz Field. The way we see it, in Heinz Field, our home opener, we're going to win that game. So we're already looking at 2-0. Now, I'll be honest, we win this one and move forward. Against the Texans, the Houston Texans. You see right here, I'll make a better view of that. You see, the Texans, Houston Texans. I would say this one's a loss for the Steelers because if you all know how the Steelers, during September, we usually lose at least one game in the month of September. It is the way it is. It's been like that with the Steelers since, I don't know. Wow. Been winning like that constantly. We usually lose at least one game in September, and that game will be the Houston Texans. Houston Texans will go, we'll face them in Heinz Field, and here's what we lose. And I'll be honest, we lose to the Texans. Even though you could say the Texans don't really have DeAndre Hopkins and who else? That's all, DeAndre Hopkins. You know, they don't have DeAndre, they have Randall Cobb and all these other pieces on their offense. But I still say we lose to the Titans. No, that's not the Texans. Texans. We didn't get to the Titans. Okay. So far for the month of September, I have the Steelers going 2-1. I will be watching the Texans game, but I will see a loss. If we win that game, it'd be a miracle. But I see it most likely as a loss. Okay. Steelers versus Titans. We're going to Tennessee. I predict the Steelers 2. Even though the Steelers have, the Titans, they have Derrick Henry. Even though we have, Derrick Henry. They have Derrick Henry. The giant offensive lineman they drafted, I forgot his name. I don't remember a lot of their draft names. It's been a while since the draft. And what do I say here is, like I said, they drafted this offensive lineman, and I get that. Ryan Tannehill, he's not that much of a passer, I would say. Not really a top passer, but he's kind of good. He's decent. I get that Titans have all this and stuff, but knowing our history with the Tennessee Titans, man, knowing how we played them, we usually beat them. So I see the Titans. Us play the Titans as a win. But it's going to be a marginal victory. Meaning we're going to probably win by, like, it's not going to be like a blowout. We're going to probably win by like 1 or 2 scores. Let's say like a touchdown or 3 to 10 points, 10 at most. It's going to be like that type of game. Like I said, the Titans is a toss. My opinion, it is a toss-up, but I still have the Steelers winning that one. Okay. Like I said, I will be watching the Titans game, but also for October. But also for October, I will be able to watch the Eagles game due to holidays. So, like I said, for those 2 games, first 2 games in October, I'll be there in spirit as usual, and we'll be taking on the Eagles at home. And I'll be honest, I see us losing to the Eagles. I'm sorry, if you look at the history of the Steelers versus Eagles, the last time we played the Eagles, man, we couldn't even beat them worth a damn. I'll be honest, we couldn't beat the Eagles worth anything. So I have us losing to the Eagles. And like I said, the Eagles, you can say they are, depleted. Even though again they have Marquise Goodwin, and for the Eagles, I'm so fucking. I don't know why the Eagles drafted Jalen Hurts, to be honest with you. That dude sucks. But whatever. And they also got Jenna Rager, all these types of all these weapons and stuff, and they may look depleted, but I still have us lose to the Eagles. It's just no way around that. Being honest with you. Now, we have the first divisional matchup, Week 6. I will be watching that game. It'll be us against the Cleveland Browns at Heinz Field. Knowing how that turns out, you know what? I get that the Browns got, Kevin Stefanski. They're trying to look all reformer. They're trying to look all reformed and stuff, but yeah. For the Cleveland Browns fans, you had all that, you couldn't beat a 4th-string quarterback. That's just beating Cleveland. We're gonna beat Cleveland probably like 2+ scores. Better off being just gonna torch this damn team. Just gonna torch them. And that defense too. We're gonna annihilate them in Heinz Field. Week 7. This is gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one. This is a good one. Steelers and Ravens. I don't want to say anything, man, but I love Steelers versus Ravens games, man. It's always down to the wire. It's always grit. It's always tough. I'm pretty much saying, to be honest with you, the Steelers versus Ravens games are usually like my favorite divisional matchups. Steelers versus Ravens. It's going to be a tough one, I'll be honest. The Ravens look like a loaded team. I'm talking loaded. Loaded. Like, if I can name Ravens players that are, like, supreme talented, I can name, it's going to be endless. They have Lamar Jackson, Marquise Brown, J.K. Dobbins, Patrick Quinn, Marlon Humphrey, very underrated defensive player. Trying to get him. Mark Andrews, Hayden Hurst, Willie C. Oh, I cannot even begin to think how many offensive and defensive talent they have. But like I said, the Steelers are a little bit less, if not just as loaded as they are. Which is why I think it's going to be an interesting matchup. Like, they have a defense. We also have a top defense. If you look at, we have defensive player, not defensive player, second to defensive player of the year, TJ Watt. We have, Cam Hayward, Bud Dupree, Minka. Oh, let's not forget about Minka. Minka is in the mix. Minka Fitzpatrick, Steven Nelson, Joe Hayden, Mike Hilton. Who else? Also offensively, Ebron, Vince McDonald, Smith, James Washington, James Griffin. It's going to be a blockbuster matchup. Steelers and Ravens. And I really cannot make a pick because it's going to be a tough one. It's going to be at Baltimore. Sorry, stream went out. I see us. I can't really make out this pick, but if I had to go out this pick, I see us losing to. I see us probably losing to the Ravens in this one. I see us splitting the Ravens in this one. So, let's see that. Okay, week 8, bye week. We rest our players. We go easy. At the end of October, for October and for the October month, I have the Steelers going 1-0, 1-1, 2-2 in October, which makes 3-1 and 2-2. We have 5-2. And for week 9, Super Bowl matchup. If you know who we are talking about, Super Bowl matchup, we are talking about, and we're facing Cowboys again in the regular season. Last time we played them is the Hall of Fame game. Played them again in the regular season. Week 9 at AT&T Stadium, Sunday, November 8th. It's going to be an interesting game. I'm going to watch it. Bro. I'll be honest with you, I can't stand Cowboys. I really want, I'll be honest with you, fuck it. I want the Steelers to beat the Cowboys in AT&T Stadium. I got the Steelers winning that one. I don't care what anybody says. I want the Steelers to win this game. This game is important. And if we win this game, I will be talking so much shit to Cowboys fans. It'll be hilarious. But come on, Steelers. Week 9, man. I want y'all to win that game, man. At the Dallas Cowboys. I want y'all to win that game. I can't stand them Cowboy fans, man. They be annoyed. What has that shitty organization done since 1995? I'll be honest with you. The Dallas Cowboys. What have they done? They got fans on their high horse talking shit. Hell, I respect they got CeeDee Lamb. They got all these weapons, CeeDee Lamb, Marty Cooper and stuff, but I'll be honest, the defense is pretty mediocre. The Cowboys defense is pretty freaking mediocre. So I just win that game for November. Week 10, Bengals in Heinz Field. I'm gonna just call it a win. I need to get in that. Bengals in Heinz Field. We're gonna win that one. Don't need to get into that Don't need to spend so much time on that game. Okay, now November 22nd, it's week 11. We play the Jaguars. Jaguars was going to be I know they have Gardner Minshew, stuff like that. I know I hate it with the Jaguars, but even though the Jaguars are a tough team, I will say they're tough, but still, against the Steelers, they are we somehow, even though the Jaguars may look shit, but somehow the Steelers always find a way to, every time we play the Jaguars, no matter how shit they are, it always turns competitive for some reason. So, but I still see the Steelers winning against the Jaguars. I see the Steelers winning against the Jaguars by a closer. By a closer. Week 12. Thursday Night Football primetime. Thanksgiving game at Heinz Field. Who do we play, you said? Who do we play, y'all said? The Ravens again. This is probably my favorite. I'll be watching that game too on TV. I'll be watching that game on TV. On the big screen, primetime. This is probably going to be better than the first time we played the Ravens in week 7. Sorry, week 7. This is probably going to be better than week 7. Because, primetime. Steelers versus Ravens, conclusion of Thanksgiving. Who wouldn't want to watch that? Like I said, for week 7, I had us losing to the Ravens. Ravens fans, enjoy shitty Thanksgiving because I have the Steelers winning that game in Heinz Field. By closer. Like I said, the Ravens and Steelers are a tough team. They both want to strive to win the North. And I get it. But for this one, I have the Steelers winning that game. Week 12 by a closer against the Ravens. It's going to come down to the wire for that game, but I have the Steelers winning probably like 3 points. Last second field goal probably. 7 points. Nothing more than that. So to conclude November, I have the Steelers going. We're winning every single game in November. 4-0. So we had a 3-1, 2-2, 3-1 in September, 2-2 in October, and 4-0 in November. That makes 9-2. Now, in December, Washington Redskins. I see that's a win in Heinz Field. The Redskins, even though I know they got one of the best defensive players, one of the best defensive players in the draft, Chase Young, if not the best. But the Redskins are still on rebuild, so I haven't beaten the Redskins. This is also going to be a tough one for December. We have another primetime game. Steelers versus Bills at Buffalo. Last time we played them, we lost because we had a 4-string quarterback. Now the Bills look upgraded compared to last time. They have who do they have? Stephon Diggs. They still have that defense. The only thing they really upgraded was offensively with Stephon Diggs. And that's all I know. But they still have good weapons like Mike Singletary, Josh Allen, Tremaine Edmonds defensively, Tre'Davious White. The Bills look like a stout defense. Like I said, for this game, I see I see us. This is a toss-up, but I have the Steelers winning this one. Since I know it's prime time and the Steelers are usually good in prime time, I have the Steelers winning against the Buffalo Bills by a closer. Now, like I said, week 15, prime time against the Bengals at Cincinnati. We don't even get to that. I see us winning that one. Week 16, Steelers versus Colts at Heinz Field. The Colts, I know they have Phillip Rivers. The Colts just look way, way depleted. The Colts. I know the Colts, they have DeForest Buckner defensively. They have, I forgot this guy. I think it was 2018, Darius Leonard, T.Y. Hilton offensively, but I see Steelers winning that game. And against Cleveland, I predicted as a loss because we were resting most of our starters and stuff. So, because at that point, week 17, we'll probably be resting our starters. Unless the Ravens, climb out and try to win. Then we'll be, sending a little bit more of our starters. But I think by week 17, I see us losing because we'll be resting our starters. And I don't really, that's all I have to say. So, for the 2020 season schedule, like I said, for the month of December, I have these Steelers going 4-1. 4-0 for the time for 4-0, and for January week 17 is 0-1. So for the grand total schedule, I predict the Steelers for this season to either go I predict the Steelers go 12-4 and make the playoffs, possibly take the division. But I'm the Steelers going 12-4. So we go 13-3 is if we beat Cleveland in the last game. But either 12-4 to be most likely 12-4. That is my regular season predictor for the preseason and regular season. My Steelers season schedule predictor, and like I said, preseason 4-1, regular season 12-4 or 13-3. If we go 13-3, I'll be surprised, but I still say 100% 12-4. That's all I got to say, and like I said, I will be going live to the Steelers versus Giants game. Me and my brother will be going front row. The games I won't be watching is the Broncos, Titans, and Eagles games through the holidays. The rest I will be watching. And be sure to like and subscribe for more updates, and click the bell button for notifications. I'm out now, so peace. And before I leave, I would like to say, raise my fist in the air and say, here we go, Steelers, here we go! Eventually, if we make to the playoffs, somewhere down. If we make the playoffs, I will notify when I'll be doing a playoff predictor. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. Go, Steelers.